get started. So what we have is basically the Pearson Edexcel International IGCSE October-November 2024 paper, and this is paper 2H. So calculator is allowed for both papers in the Edexcel, and you have 2 hours to solve this paper of the higher tier, and we have 2 hours time to solve this. Let's get started. We have 25 questions available with a formula sheet of some mensuration and trigonometry formulas, some shapes diagram as well, cylinders, pair, and all of these trapezium mensuration formulas as well. So let's get started. We have to answer all 25 questions, students, which we have basically. We have to write down your answers in the space provided and all the working. That's the most important thing for the Edexcel. You must write down all the stages in your work. So question number one starts with the basic that you have to just show that. So let's quickly do it. As many questions as possible, students. So what we have got is basically we just have to convert the mixed number into fraction form. So that will be 7 ones are 7 and 7 plus 5 will be 12 over 7. Multiply by 6 2s, 16 twos is what? 32, and 32 plus 3 will be 35 over 16. Okay, and we just have to show that, so we can cancel it out as well. 7 ones are and 7 fives are 35, and we can tell the examiner that this one will be 4 threes are 12, 4 fours are 16. Okay, so that is going to be 3 over 1, 4 threes are 12, 7 fives are 35, and 4 fours are 16. So once we got this, we can say 3 fives are 15, 15 divided by 4, and then you show some more working of division. That will be, sir, 15 inside, 4 outside, 4 threes are 12. Subtract 1 from it, so that will be 1 whole. Subtract 1 from 15 minus 12 will be 3, so 3 whole number, 3 over 4. This is proved. Okay, students, 15 minus 12 will be 3. So we got 3 whole number, 3 over 4. That is proved, and we will get the first 2 or 3 marks. Okay, so 1 mark is for proving, and the 2 marks will be for whatever steps you are showing, step by step approach to get the complete marks. It's not difficult. This one, question number 1, is very basic, easy level of the difficulty level is easy for this one. So just quickly, basic numbers question was there. Okay, then we have question number 2 that comes on numbers chapter. That's the length of a table is measured as 1.4 meters, correct to 1 decimal place, and we have to get the upper bound of the length of the table and the lower bound. So very straightforward upper bound, lower bound question. This will also tell us that in paper 1H also there was an upper bound, lower bound question in the 4-5 marks, and the upper bound, lower bound question they have tested again as well. Okay, so it's not fixed that if they have tested in paper 1 of the higher tier, they might test the topic again in paper 2. So that's a practical example of it, or there's an example that a topic can be tested in both papers as well, which is 1H and 2H as well. Okay, so we have got basically the decimal will be 0.1 divided by 2, which will be plus minus 0.05. And you can tell the examiner that the upper bound of the length and the upper bound of it will be, sir, the adding of it. So 1.4 plus, sir, 0.05. So the answer should be directly. Write down means that the marks are basically directly. Write down means that the word write down means that the marks are basically directly writing down the answer. So you just have to write down the answer directly, which is 1.45 meters for this one. And as everyone understands that the other one will be 1.4 minus the 1.4 minus the 0.05. That will be the case for part B. Okay, students. So we got 1.4 plus 0.05. The length of the lower bound is going to be, we got 1.4 minus 0.05. So that is according to the subtraction. We can use a calculator as well. 1.35 meters, that will be the answer. 1.45 and 1.35 as the answer for this one as well. Okay, students. So that is what we have got here. Okay. Moving forward, once question number 2 is done, we have got question number 3. Question number 3 comes on the trigonometry. and that is also worth 3 marks of the question. So what we have got, we just have to work out the value of the x and give the answer to one decimal place, which is worth 3 marks. The diagram shows the triangles are PQR, and we just have to work out the value of x quickly, giving our answer correct to one decimal place. So here we go, sir. We have got basically x centimeter, the angle, and the 90 degree. So this means this is, sir, the adjacent, okay? So you can mention that this is basically adjacent side. And wherever in front of the 90 degree students, it's always the hypotenuse. So in front of the 90 degrees, always the hypotenuse. So here we go. Adjacent over hypotenuse is basically cos, sir. So cos 43 degrees will be equals to adjacent, which is x, divided by hypotenuse 8.6. So x will be equals to 8.6 times of cos 43 degrees, and then I will get the x value measurement of the x. That is going to come as the x value in the rate in the degrees. Your calculator should be in the degrees. So 8.6 times of cos 43, we have got that as 6.2896 something, lot of values coming. The examiner only wants it to one decimal place. So one decimal place will be 6.3. Okay. One decimal place is going to be x will be equals to 6.3, which will be correct as well. Okay. So we have got this as the correct answer, which is the x value will be, sir, 6.3. This will be worth all the 3 marks as well. Okay. Hope everyone got this and it's cleared. Okay. So question number 3 out of 20, question number total 25 question is done, which is very simple. How does the mark splits for the 3 marks? Particularly, you have got 1 mark for the applic that you know that you have to apply cos here. So cosine here you have to apply cos ratio, and then whatever the answer you got, whatever the working you have shown, and the final answer will be, if you have given it to one decimal place, you get all 3 marks as well for this one. Does everyone got it clear? People got this? Any questions, everyone? Question number 3 is done, which is for the trigonometry one. Okay, let's try to do as quickly as possible all the easy level questions. Up till now, all of them were easy or little just a medium level. So question number 4 is again on numbers. N is a number and 17% of the n is 357. So that is simple as well, sir. That 17% of means multiply. Everyone should understand the word of means multiply. So 17 multiplied by n is 357. So here we go, sir. The n value will be 357 divided by 17. You can just do it without calculator, with like just get it in the calculator and get the answer. That if we divide 357 by 17%, we get that the n value is 2100. Okay. So that is the answer, students, for 2 marks. So we have got 2100 basic percentages question they have asked. 1 mark for the answer 2100, and 1 mark will be for the working, whatever working the you are showing it to the examiner. Then part B also the percentage question. Question number 4 is completely on the chapter of percentages, students, and this is worth also 5 marks. Okay, so this is worth 5 marks. Question number 4. So 2 marks already achieved. Let's try to do the percentage increase or decrease. So that's what the examiner asking. Work out the percentage increase in the population. So very straightforward, simple question. You have got the population of a village was 650 and the population of the village now have been 806. So here we go. It will be 806 minus 650. That will be the increase amount. New minus old population divided by, sir, the old population. And that is going to give us, sir, the increase in that answer. Okay, 806 minus 650 divided by 650 into 100. Take the help of a calculator. 24% is coming, and that will be the correct answer as well. So 1 mark for the answer, 24%. 1 mark for numerator, and 1 mark is for denominator in this one. That does the student know how to subtract which value first will be put and what will be the second value? So that's how the marking works for this one. Again, according to me, a very simple, straightforward, easy level of question, the new and the old one. Okay, does everyone got this? We have got the new, the numerator will be 1 mark. The denominator also gives us 1 mark as well. and 24% is the final answer. That will also give us another mark as well. Question number 4 of the IGCSE Edexcel Maths for Mathematics Specification A is done. We have got question number 4, which is of the section number 1 of the numbers topic called percentages. Then comes very important topic, which is probability. Probability was also tested in paper 1H as well, and they are again testing in paper 2H as well. So we have got Cody, the person name who have got something. So we have got probability, and it is going to be that the probability Cody had a biased five-sided spinner. So when we have the word of biased, it means that one number can occur more than the other number. The probability is biased. The spinner is not fair. We have a spinner here. The spinner is not fair, and any number can be coming more than the other number based on whatever the biasness is. Okay. So we have got, sir, the spinner number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The table gives the probabilities when the spinner it will land on 2 or on 3 or on 5. So the probabilities of the spinner landing on a number 2 or the 3 or the 5 is given 0.14, 0.17, 0.21. The probability that the spinner will land on 1 is the same as the probability. Very simple. Each and every information will help you. So the probability is the same for the spinner if it lands on the number 1 or if it lands on number 4. The probability of the spinner is same, students. It doesn't matter whether it land on number 1 or number 4. So I would not be interested in reading the further part of the question because I'm pretty sure whatever we have to find out first, I need the probabilities of this one. So that is why I'll just skip this portion. Whatever they need comes later. Okay, whatever they need comes later. Whatever the question requirement is, you have to first get the probability. So it will be, everyone should know the basics of probability, that sum of the all the probabilities when they add up will always be 1. The sum of all the probabilities when they add up on the spinner will always be 1, sir. So that is what we have to do here. That is 2x plus 0.14, 0.17, and 0.21. I got that as 0.52 is equals to 1. Make sure show as much working as possible. 1 minus 0.52. 2x is equals to 1 minus 0.52. That is basically 0.48. And then x will be 0.48 divided by 2. So that is basically, as everyone can see, the x value will be coming, sir, 0.24. So that's the probability. 0.24 is the probability, students, of landing on number 1, or that's the probability of landing on the 4. Okay, the probability of landing on 1 or the probability of landing on 4, the spinner landing on 4. And the last one, the part of the question, it must be 4 marks, or you see it's 4 or 3 marks, so it was 4 marks question. So you have to, the person Cody is going to spin the spinner now 400 times. So it's basically an expectation question. They want you to find out the expectation. And as we know that there's a formula, work out an estimate for the number of times. How many times out of the 400 the spinner will land on 4? So you can tell the examiner that they want expected value or estimation, which is n times of the probability. We have, sir, 400 observations. Okay, students, we have 400 observations, or 400 times the game will play. The probability of landing on 4, the probability that the spinner will land on the number 4, that is 0.24. So out of 400 times, there is a chance of 96 times that the spinner will land on number 4. So that's the answer. Again, I'll show you how does the working. 96 times is the answer. That's the estimate, that out of 400 times, 96 times will be the spinner landing on the number 4. Hope everyone got this and it's clear that how do you solve the expectation and estimate. So please understand, 1 mark is for the final answer. 1 mark is that whether the students know what is an estimate of the number of times. Okay, how do you get this expectation thing? So does the student know about this thing? Okay, how do we get the expectation? So that is very important. And then it's most probably 1 mark for getting the x value. or also called the probability of the spinner landing on 1 and 4, and similarly 1 mark for solving and the working. So 2 marks you can say, 2 marks will be for getting the x value, students, and 1 mark is for the formula application, number of observation times of the probability, n times of p, and then 1 mark is for the final solution. That is what we have got. Okay, so that is how the 4 marks are done, and we have solved the first 5 questions of the paper. Question number 5 is done of the Edexcel exam for MA1. Then comes mensuration, which is question number 6, worth 3 marks. Question number 6 is going to be 3 marks, in which they have bold as well that you have to get the total surface area of the triangular prism. Okay, so you have to get the total surface area. Always remember, students, that total, lot of students will lose some marks in here, because the total means that all sides we have to get the formula, we have to apply and get the values for all sides. So here we go, let's start. So as you can see, I'll do it first for the triangles. Okay, this is the triangle I've got, and there will be 2 triangles in front and one at the back. I have done it with the red color. 2 triangles in the front, one in the front and one in the back. So it will be said area of the triangle. That will be area of the triangle. That should be half half into the base, which is 8, into the height, and it will be double times of it, because it's the front and the back we are going to do. So 2 triangles, so that's why multiply with 2, and 2 and 2 cancel. We have got, students, 8 6 is 48 centimeters square. So we have got the front triangle and the back triangle area as well. The next for me will be this side. I'm doing it for this side. This is, I've done it with blue color. Hope everyone can have a look at it. This is the rectangle that we have got. So this will be 15 times of 10. Area of a rectangle is length into breadth or length. So we have got this one as well, that area of the upper side, or you can say the rectangle, will be 15 times of 10. So that is going to be, sir, 15 tens is 150 centimeters square. Does everyone got it? The next one I'm going to do is basically is the base part, which is the base we call it, which is the triangular prism is standing. That will be also a rectangle, which is worth 8 by 15. So another area will be, sir, area will be 8 by 15. That will be another area 8 by 15. That will be 120 centimeters square. So that is another area 120 centimeters square. And the last area which we'll have to find out, I'll do it with another color. That is this one. Please have a look, students. It's the back side of it, the completely which can touch the wall or something like that. So this will be this rectangle, and I'll do the highlighter on this so understanding becomes easy. This is the highlighter that I've put on it, students. Hope everyone understand and get this, that we have got basically this one to be covered, which will be 6 times of 15, because 6 is the height and 15 is the base below measurement of it. So that will be another area that is going to be 6 times of 15, and that is going to be 90 centimeter square. So that will be all sides available, and then you can just add them and see if it is correct. So total area, I don't think I have missed any. With base part, upward movement, backward, front triangles. Yes, so total area will be, sir, 48 plus 150 plus 120 plus 90. That will add up the surface area of the cube of the triangular prism, and that should be 48 plus 150 plus 120 and 90. That is coming 408, and which will be correct as well. So we have got 408 centimeters square. This will be, sir, 408. You have to write down 408 centimeters square here, and you will get all 3 marks as well, where 1 mark will be again for the answer. If you have got 408 centimeters square, that's the final mark, and the remaining 2 marks are most probably for all the values for correctly applying. So it will be that this will be covering 1 mark, and the whole remaining working will give you 2 marks for the whole working. So it must be that if you have missed one calculation, or if you have missed two calculations, you might lose 1 mark. And if you have done the remaining calculations, you might get 1 mark for that. So that is why that if you have lost some marks, it must be due to that you have missed out one calculation of the area. That is very much possible in this question. So question number 6 was on mensuration, which is basically that, sir, we have to get the total surface area of the prism. Does everyone got it? Any questions? People got this clear, right? So this one is question number 6, which was on the mensuration portion. Okay. Then we come down to question number 7, which is basically that we have to on the grid draw the straight line. On the grid, we have to draw the straight line with equation x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 1 and x plus y is equals to 7. We have to label each line with its equation. So that is coming in. It didn't came in paper 1. It's coming for the first time in paper 2, which is inequalities and the graphical solving as well. So we have to do basically this as well, that we have to draw the straight line with basically the equation. So we have to draw the straight line with equation x is equals to 3. So let's do that, students. So it will be x is equals to 3 will be this, sir, straight lines. Okay. Then y is equals to 1 is this line. Okay. Make sure you have to mark them, label each line with its equation. So you will lose the mark if you just draw it. If you are only drawing it, students, then you will might lose the marks. You have to write down the equation line as well. So I'll write it down as well here, that this is basically y is equals to 1 line, sir. This is basically x is equals to 3 line. And how do you make x plus y is equals to 7, students? Sir, we have to make x plus y is equals to 7. So it will be when x is 0, y is 7, sir. When y is 0, x will be 7. Make sure take a ruler in the exam, take a ruler and the pencil and draw that line that this will be x is equals to 7. And then you have to make the equation and label as well. So this is going to be, sir, x plus y is equals to 7. Does everyone got this? That is how we will get all 3 marks. If we have got it correct, that we have done the proper sketching, if we have done the proper making of the lines. You have to do it with the help of ruler, students. Don't do it without ruler. Make sure the requirement of the examiner is always use a pencil for this thing. Okay, we have to always use a pencil for this. And then once we have got this, we'll get all the marks. If you have to do it, make sure label the diagram. It is very important to write down the equations. Okay, so that is very important to do that. And then you have to show by shading the grid. We have to show by shading the grid. So we have to shade on the grid the region that is satisfying all 3 of these inequalities. And all 3 of them, as we can see, students, are basically, all 3 of them are basically, they are like equals to lines, which means they are proper, not broken lines. They are completely solid lines as well. Okay, students, hope everyone understands and got this. Okay. Hope everyone understood and got this, that we have got basically show by shading on the grid. So we have to get x is greater than equals to 3, y will be greater than equals to 1, and x plus y is less than equals to 7. So as the always, the answer will be this rectangle portion. So we have got that, and it will be, you have to write down, label the region R. So that is the requirement of the examiner. So we are going to do that as well. So here we go. Make sure shade with the pencil, do light pencil using on that, and write down with the pen. Then write down with the pen or with the pencil the R word, that you have to label the region R. I would recommend write it down with the pen. That will be better. So that is how the 1 mark inequality is shaded, or the region, that way. Okay. So we have got 1 mark in the inequality or the region way. Understanding? So that is what we have got, students, which is basically that we have to label the region R. Hope everyone got it. It's simple to understand that they want x should be greater than equals to 3, y should be greater than equals to 1, so which means y can take the values of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and x can take the values of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It can go on, but x plus y equals to, so whenever the less than inequality sign it means below the line. Okay, x plus y is this line, below the inequality means this portion. So what is the common part between all of them? It is basically, sir, the common part between all of them is the between the lines, the region R portion. Okay, so we have got question number 7 as well done, which is was the on the inequalities, and it was also an easy medium level category. Then we have got question number 8 and 9. One is on statistics, and one I can say is on compound interest, which means that they both of them are part of the numbers. Okay, so I'll give a 1 minute. So have a look at question number 8, and we can have a discussion on question number 8 and 9 as well. So 1 minute to everyone to think about it, read the questions, and then we start 8 and 9 both together. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. So what we have is basically we got it question number 8, which talks about that we have a statistics question, which is basically saying that Kim puts 4 bananas in a bag. So Kim is going to put 4 bananas in a bag. So if Kim puts 4 bananas in a bag, the mean weight of the 4 bananas in the bag is 145 grams. Okay, so we have that Kim is going to put 4 bananas in a bag. The mean weight of the 4 bananas in the bag is 145 grams. So I'll do it. It's the mean question. So the mean formula is summation of x divided by n. So we have got the mean weight of the 4 bananas is 145 grams, which is the weight. So I can get the summation of the weight of all 4 bananas added up. That will be 145 times of 4. Okay. So the weight, what is the total weight of all 4 bananas, students? The total weight of all 4 bananas will be 145 times of 4. That is 580. Okay. So we have got basically we have got the total sum of the weight of all 4 bananas, that is 580 grams. Okay, 580 grams is the weight of the 4 bananas, the sum of them. And then the next portion I'll read out. So the there's another friend of hers, Andy, is putting one more banana into the bag. So another person is putting one more banana into the bag. So now the mean weight is basically going to be 142 grams. So again, I do the same thing, that now the mean weight is going to be 142 grams for the 5 bananas. So number of observations are 5. Will be 142 times of 5. That will be the for the 5 bananas. Okay, so that is going to be 142 into 5. That is 710 grams. Okay, so that is the sum of all the 5 bananas. Okay, the sum of all the weight of the 5 bananas is 710 grams. The sum of the weight of the 4 bananas in total was 580 grams. The examiner is going to ask you work out the weight of the banana, that the new banana that is being added in the bag. Whatever the new banana, the fifth banana that is being added in the bag, what is the weight of that? So the weight of that banana will be the difference between the two weights. So weight of the banana will be 710 minus 580. That should be the answer, students. That is going to come as 130 grams. Okay, so that is going to come as 130 grams. So that is what we have got, students. Okay, so 130 grams is the answer, and we have got 3 marks for it. Okay, so 1 mark for 130, and then I'm pretty sure the one mark is basically 130, 1 mark is for 710 grams, and 1 mark is for 580 grams. Okay, so if you have got 580, 710, and all of this, that will help us get the answer, which is 130 grams. It's a mean statistics, mean related question that we have solved. Then question number 9 is on the numbers topic as well. So we have got Nisha invest 20,000 euros. She is investing for 3 years in a savings account, and she is going to get, sir, 3.5% of per year compound interest. So you have to apply the formula, sir, for the compound interest. Work out how much money Nisha is will get at the end of the 3 years. How much money will she have in her savings account? We have to give your answer correct to the nearest euro. We have to give the answer correct to the nearest euro. So that is going to be very important, quite crucial. So make sure you should remember the compound interest formula, which is basically amount is equals to principal 1 plus r percent to the power of n. Amount is equals to principal 1 plus r percent to the power of n. So here we go. Amount will be equals to principal amount is 20,000 euros into 1 plus the rate of the interest is 1 plus 3.5%. The rate of interest we have got 1 plus 3.5%. And for how many years we have put it for the 3 year students. So that is the answer coming. The amount is equals to at the end of 3 years. So 1 mark is for the correct formula application. 1 mark for do getting the answer correct, which is coming 22,174. So we got 22,174.3575 euros, and the examiner says that you have to give your answer correct to the nearest euro. So the correct to the nearest euro is 22,174. That will be the nearest euro, and that will be 1 mark for it. 22,174 is the nearest euro that we have corrected it to. So decimals will be removed, and that is what we have got, 22,174 euros as the answer for question number 9 of the Edexcel. So this is 1 mark for this one, 1 mark for the formula application, and 1 mark does the student know what's the formula for the compound interest? Have they applied it correctly? So 2 marks are basically for working, and 1 mark for the final correction of the to the nearest euro. Sometimes if you leave at 22,174, if you are leaving it here, students, it means you get 2 out of 3 marks and not the 3 marks. Okay. So we can clearly say that the rounding off will give us the mark as well. So that is question number 9 done as well, in which we have got 22,174 euros as well. Then we come to question number 10, which is the first question in this paper, which is worth 5 marks as well. So let's try to understand and see, are we able to solve this? Question number 5 is what? We have got some pie charts, some working, some questions. It's a huge question. So let's go in little bit detail and go slow for it. And so next couple of questions are coming for 5 marks or huge number of marks. So let's have a look. So we have got basically, sir, all the students in year 10. So we have got all the students in year 10 and all the students in year 11, and name their favorite science subject from the. So we have got all the students in year 10 and all the students in year 11. They name their favorite science subject from the biochemistry and the physics. So we have got some year 10. We have got some year 10 and year 11 students who have named their favorite science subject. The pie chart is going to show information about the results for the year 10 students. So the pie chart is showing the results for the year 10 students, and the table is, so pie chart is showing for year 10 students and the table is showing for year 11 students. There are 300 students in year 10 and 320 students in year 11. More students in year 10, and then in year 11 said bio was their favorite science subject. So how many more? So we have to get the difference between the bio subject. There will be more students for year 10 than as compared to year 11. So let's try to solve this and try to get the whole 5 marks. So I need to get, first thing, in simple words, go step by step approach. The main important thing is bio. So I need to calculate the bio students for year 10 and I need to calculate the bio students for year 11. That is the main information for me that I need, students. Okay. So let's do for year 10 first. It will be step by step working that we have to show to the examiner. So year 10 will be that we have got, sir, ratio application will be there. 360 degrees will be representing how many students. The total number of students available in year 10 are 300. So 360 degree represents 300 students. I need 126 degrees. 126 degree will be representing how many bio students for year 10. So that is going to be, sir, 126 multiply by 300 divided by 360, cross multiply and get the answer. 126 times of 300 divide by 360. So here we go. Year 10, the bio students are, as everyone can see, the students are basically with the help of calculator. We have got, sir, 126 times of 300 divided by 360. So I have got 105 students as basically for the bio year 10. Then we have to get for year 11. So this is for the year 11 will be the equation of the algebra. So it's a mixed question. It's a question you can call what topic, if anyone would like to know that which topic is it. So it ratios, algebra as well. It's part of ratio algebra, simple linear equations, pie charts, knowledge being tested as well. And that is what the top, it's a merge question with information relating to all of them. So year 11, all of the students, when I will add, all of these students, when I will add, they will add up to 320. The question is not difficult. The only important thing is that the question is lengthy to be solved for 5 marks, and silly mistake can happen anywhere. That is why what we have to avoid. So year 11 bio students will be, first we have to get the x value, which is 3x plus 6. So we have to add all of them, which will be, sir, 3x plus 6 plus the bio plus chemistry 5x plus 8 chemistry students. And then we add physics 7x minus 9. They will add up to 320 students. I repeat, students, all of the students for year 11 are basically 3x plus 6. All of the year 11 students are basically 3x plus 6, 5x plus 8, and we have also got 7x minus 9. So I'm going to add all of them, 3x plus 6, 5x plus 8, and 7x minus 9. So I'll be adding all of this, and that will make up to 320. So what is going to happen here basically? It will be 3x plus 5x plus 7x. So that will be 15x. So we have got, sir, 15x, and then plus 6 plus 8 and minus 9. So that is 6 plus 8, that is 14 minus 9, that is 5. So you got 15x plus 5 is equals to 320. And then you subtract. So you got the value of x first. 320 minus 5 is 315. X is equals to 315 divided by 15, sir. You have to get the value of x first, that is 21. This is not the requirement. There are not 21 students for bio in year 11. We have to get the bio students, which will be 3x plus 6. So here we go. It will be, sir, year 11, and the bio students are going to be, you have to do 3 times of x plus 6. So this is going to be 3 times of 21 plus 6, that is 3 times of 21, that is 63 plus 6, that will be 69 students that we have got for the bio. And how many more students are there? You just have to get the difference, so we can get the answer for that, which is question number 11. We will get the answer as 36, which will be question number 10. Sorry, this is question number 10 of the exam paper. So the difference, how many more students are taking it? Let's do it here. The difference between year 10 and year 11 bio students are 105 minus the 69 students. So that is going to come as 36 students, and we have got the answer for that. Okay, so here we go. We have got all 5 marks. The difference is worth 36. How does the marking scheme works? That is the next important question in this one. Is everyone getting it? So we have got 36 students. What it is the difference between, that is 36 more students have chose bio in year 10. So 36 students chose bio in year 10. Then 11, that was the difference between the two subjects as well. Okay. Hope everyone got it and understood and cleared. Okay. What we have is basically the marking split will be that we have got, sir, 1 mark for 36 and 1 mark is for 36. Then definitely 1 mark for getting this 105 students, 1 mark for getting 69 students, 1 mark for getting the 21 value. So I'll just put them in the frames as well. So everyone understand that these are all getting the marks for all of them. Okay. So that is worth, each of them is worth a mark. Okay. And then 1 mark will be for the application. How are you getting these values? Okay. 1 mark for this one mark for this one, and application of the ratios, adding them up, okay, 1 mark can be for the values as well. So that is the possibility as well. 1 mark basically for this one, the ratio application as well. That's how all 5 marks can be achieved for question number 10. We have got the 5 marker question as well. Does everyone got this? Clear, students following? So question number 10
Sir,
is basically done, in which we have got this the answer as 36. Okay. Hope everyone got this and it's cleared, which is numbers, ratios, and pie charts as well. 11 is completely on geometry, in which we have again another 5 mark question that we are going to do, which is completely on geometry on polygons. So let's have understanding of that and try to get the answer that we have got. The ABCD is a regular pentagon. The other DEFGHI is a regular hexagon. So these are regular hexagon means, or regular pentagon means all angles are same, all sides are same, all measurements are equal, all the angles inside are same, the exterior. So we have got a straight line as well, and the examiner wants you to find out that you have to work out the size of angle EAF. Okay, so we have to get the size of the angle EAF. So the first important thing that students need to understand, that because this is a common line, this is a common line. Please understand, I have made it in the red color. The D, it's a perfect question to revise geometry or to revise the what we call that polygons. It's a perfect question to revise polygons that students need to understand, because the measurement is same. Okay, the measurement is basically same. The DE measurement is same. So that's why we can call it that all these measurements are same. A, B, B, C, this measurement, all of them are equal. Okay, so because all of them are equal, so you can tell the examiner that this one, we have done it before as well, that these two angles are going to be same. This blue angle, because this triangle is going to be made an isosceles triangle. Does everyone got this? This will be called an isosceles triangle. As you can see, that AE will be equals to EF. Okay, so I'll write it down before solving this. AE will be equals to EF, isosceles triangle, we can call that as well. So both will have the same angles and same measurements. I just need to get the interior angle of a hexagon and the pentagon. I just need to get interior angle of a pentagon, and students, I just need to get the interior angle of a hexagon. So when I get this, I know some of the angles on a straight, some of the angles, it will always be 360 degrees. So this one we can easily get it from 360 minus both of them. And then because the angles and some of the angles in a triangle are 180. So a lot of working needs to be shown to get that 5 marks. So let's do that. Okay. So here we go. So we start with pentagon first. So pentagon will be n minus 2. So 5 minus 2 times of 180. Everyone should know the formula, which is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. I'll write down the formula so that everyone on can remember that. Each interior angle is basically of a polygon. Since we are revising polygons here, students, each interior angle of a polygon is pentagon. Each interior angle of a polygon is n minus 2 into 180 divided by n, where n will be the number of sides. Okay, n is basically the number of sides. So here we go. Pentagon will have 5 sides, and I got the pentagon angle, which is 5 minus 2 times of 5 minus 2 times of that. That is coming 108 degrees. Okay, so pentagon is 108 degrees. That is 1 mark definitely. We got 1 mark for the pentagon, students. Then I do it for hexagon. Hexagon is, sir, 6 sides. Okay, so hexagon will be 6 sides. So 6 minus 2 times of 180 divided by the 6 number of sides. So that is going to be, hexagon always have 6 sides, remember that, and that is coming as 120 degrees. So hexagon also will give you 1 mark, that is 120 and 108. Now the main part comes, that the triangle area we can get that angle, because sum of the all angles is 360 at a point. At one point, I'll mark it with the black color. At this portion, all of the angles when they add up, students, should be 360. So we can call that the angle E is going to be 360 minus 120 minus 108. Okay. 360 minus 120 and minus 108. That is the third mark achieved. We have got this 132 degrees for this one. And once you have got 132 degrees, that is 3 marks achieved out of 5. The last one will be that you have to get angle EAF. So I've already mentioned it's an isosceles one. Angle EAF is going to be, we need to understand that I'll write down the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So sum of the angles adds up in a triangle to 180 degrees. So here we go. We can tell the examiner EAF angle plus EAF angle double angle plus the 132 will be equals to 180. So here we go, sir. EAF angle is going to come 180 minus 132 divided by 2. That will be the answer. Whatever the answer comes, that is going to be 48 divided by 2. 24 is the answer coming, which is correct, and that will be the final mark to be achieved. 24 degrees is the angle of that triangle, which is matching with the marking scheme, and we are going to get all 5 marks for this. So I've already mentioned you how we are going to get the marks as well. 1 mark for 108, 120, 132, 24. This one is very simple that if you have to apply the sum of the isosceles triangle and divide by 2, that is 1 mark. These are how all the 5 marks will be achieved for question number 11 as well. Does everyone got it clear, understood, following students? So we have got basically question number 11 as well, okay? Hope everyone got this and understood and got the point for question number 11 as well. Let's talk about question number 12 as well, which is worth 7 marks as well. Question number 12 will also mark it that almost we have reached the halfway through question. So we start off with question number 12 as well, which is worth 7 marks, students. So we have to, this is basic algebra. So let's do that as well. Okay. So what we have is basically 3x plus 2 divided by 5 minus 2x plus 1 divided by x is equals to 3. So you have to take the LCM, and everyone knows the LCM will be 5 threes are 15. Okay. So the LCM will be 15, or let's do it separate. Let's copy the question first because this is huge question. So it's better don't skip any working. That will be very helpful. Don't skip the any working at all. Okay. So 2x plus 1 divided by 3 is equals to x. And then I got, sir, 3 times of 5 times of 5, 5 times of 3 times of 3. That will be 9x plus 6 minus 5 twos are 10x plus 5. Sorry, see, when you multiply with the negative, it's very important that the sign will change, students. 5 times of minus 2x is minus 10x, and 5 times of 1 is positive 5. But when you multiply with negative 5, it will be negative 5. Very common mistake that a lot of people do. So make sure you have to be careful, students, here. This will be, sir, 15 is equals to x here. We got 9x minus 10x is equals to minus x. 6 minus 5 is negative 1. And we got also the cross multiplication will help us. And 15 will multiply with there. That will be coming as 15 times of x. We took it there. So minus 1 is equals to 15x plus the x, that is 16x, is equals to minus 1. And we got the x value as 3 threes are 9, 3 twos are 6, and minus 10x. So 9x minus 5 twos will be minus 10x, and minus 5, 9x minus 10x is negative 1. Have we made any mistake? 5 threes are 9, 3 twos are 6, minus 2 5 twos are 10x, and minus 5, 15x plus 1 is 16x and minus 1. So I am getting x value as negative 1 over 16. Please see if I have made any mistake, students. The x value is going to come as negative 1 over 6. 6 minus 5 is positive 1. So see, just a slight silly mistake here, that we have got positive 6 and minus 5, that will make it positive 1. Okay, positive 6 minus 5 will make it positive 1. So we have positive 1 here. All the time we had it positive 1, and it will be 1 is equals to 16x. So that positive 1 over 16 will be the answer, not negative 1 over 16. So just be careful with the calculations here. Calculations are very important, students, that sometimes just a silly mistake of plus minus will lose us marks as well. So we have got the first 3 marks by solving the fractions, which is the clearly algebraic working. Okay, 1 minute break and then we continue. So hope everyone got this, and it's clear that we have got the x value as 1 over 16, which is the positive value that we have got. Okay, there was no negative sign, just a silly mistake of 6 minus 1. We have corrected that. On to the next part, which is part number B, which tells us that we have to make C the subject of the formula, which is worth 4 marks as well. So a lot of steps need to be shown to make C the subject. So we have got, let's write it down, copy it down first. A plus BC divided by C minus D. We have to remove the square root first. So square root is available here. Make sure you show the examiner that we have to remove the square roots here. So we square both sides. So we got f square. So I will be getting f square is equals to square root and square cancel. A plus BC divided by C minus D. Take it step by step and we'll multiply, sir. So f square C minus D times of f square. And then we got A plus BC, okay? So then we got A plus BC, FC square C minus DF square is equals to A plus BC. And then because we have to make C the subject, so you bring C to one side and take the other thing, whatever left over is, take the other side. So minus DF square, sir, minus df square will be taken it to the other side, and this the positive bc will be coming to the left hand side, so we can make c the subject. Always remember in this type of question what you have to make the subject, that is important. So sir, we have to make c the subject. Okay, we have to basically make C the subject. So that was important. Okay, how are we going to make C the subject? So it is going to be that we are going to take C common, and it will be f square minus b is equals to a plus d f square. So here we go. The C is the subject when I take C common, sir. So C is going to be equals to a plus df square divided by f square minus b. Okay, we have got divided by f square minus b. A plus df square, f square minus b, that is what we have got as the subject for this one, which is going to be correct, and we were going to get all 4 marks for this question as well. Okay, students, so let's copy it down here, that c is equals to a plus d f square divided by f square minus b. Hope everyone got this question number 12 as well. Okay, question number 12 out of the 25 questions of this topical past papers. Okay, so we have got this one as the correct value. So how does the marks work for this one? Definitely 1 mark for the final answer. Couple of marks, 1 mark. First mark will be removing the square root, then trying to remove makes trying to put get the C one step there on the left hand side, and a lot of working. The steps will give you working in this one. The more steps you have shown, the more marks you will achieve, students. That is question number 11 done as well. Sorry, 12. Question number 12 is done. The only thing that should be concerned, or the students should be careful about it or worried about it here, is that you can't afford to lose these easy marks. It's very simple and easy. Complete question number 12 of 7 marks is on algebra, and we can clearly see that we are getting this easy marks. Just have to do proper working so that you don't lose marks, and this will be easy to score. Let's do a question which is basically on statistics. Let's make a cumulative frequency graph as well. Question number 13 is on cumulative frequency statistics portion. So let's do question number 13 as well. So what we have is basically the frequency table gives information about the weights in kilograms of 60 parcels in a delivery van. Okay. So we have got weights in kilograms of 60 parcels, and we have got 4 frequencies. So it basically tells that the weight between this, there are 11 parcels who have a weight, which have a weight of between 3 to 4 kgs, where 3 is not included and 4 is included. You should know how to read it. There are 6 parcels which got a weight of between 4 to 5 kgs, the weight is, where 4 is not included, but 5, the 5 kg weight is included. Similarly, 15 parcels having a weight of 1 to 2 kilograms, where 1 is not included, but 2 is included. So just have to complete the cumulative frequency. It will be 4. Total should be, to always remember, cumulative frequency can be checked. So we have got the first one as 4. The second will be 15 plus 4 is 19. Okay. Then it will be 19 plus 20, that will be 39, and 39. And then we have got 49. 39 plus 11 is 50. And then you got 56. 50 plus 6 is 56. And 56 plus 4 will be 60. You have to add all of them. The last one should, this is only worth 1 mark. So the examiner is not giving many marks on this, because examiner also know it's a very simple step to be done, and a lot of students can easily get marks on this. So it's a very easy, simple task to do. Just add the frequencies. Okay, 4 plus 15 is 19. 19 plus 20 is 39. 39 plus 11 is 50. 50 plus 6 is 56. And 56 plus 4 is 60. The main thing is drawing of the cumulative frequency and then getting the information from there and solving the remaining part of the question. This question is worth also 6 marks. So now the bigger question has started coming up, that we have got total for question number 13 is 6 marks. Okay. So here we go. In order to get the next 2 marks, we have to draw a cumulative frequency table. Okay. So we have to draw a cumulative frequency graph. So here we go. Let's start solving it. So we'll take the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's going to be at 1. We have to plot 4. Okay. So at 1, I have to plot 4. So that will be 4 here. At 1, the point will be 4 here, students. At 2, I have to plot 19. So 19 is going to be here, sir. Then at point 3, we have to put 39. So 39 will be here as well. And then I got at 4, I have to plot 50. 50 comes in here. And then 5 is 56. And at the point 6, the y value, it will be 60 parcels completed. The students, you will have to do it. You have to do it basically with a smooth pencil. No need of ruler here. You are not allowed to do the ruler here. Just smooth pencil, use it, make the points, and then get it just in one go, so that we can check the answers whether it is correct or not. Okay, so that is how the cumulative frequency graph will look like. As we know, it's very simple to, if there are 0 parcels means 0 weight. Okay, 0 parcels will mean 0 weight, and that is what we have got. Okay, so if I zoom out, it looks accurate, except for this portion. I'll make it again. Yeah, this one is good. Now this is where the main testing will be. I've got the 2 marks for the diagram. Okay, diagram marks are easy to get. If they find it satisfactory, they will award 2 marks if it is accurate, or the points are clearly visible. 1 mark for the correct points and 1 mark for the smoothly drawing of the graph. Okay, the 1 mark split is there. That 1 mark for drawing it smoothly, and 1 mark for putting all the points correctly. So that is one mark for both these things. The important thing is that we have to use the graph to find an estimate for the median weight. So what is median weight, students? We have to use the graph to find an estimate for the median weight of the 60 parcels. So we have to get basically median weight for the 60 parcels. The median will be 50% of the median will be 50% of the 60 parcels. That is 30th parcel. Okay. Median is always middle value. So you have to go at the 30th parcel and get the value. So it is going to be 30th parcel. Here we go. The 30th parcel is going to come as the answer. I am getting the answer, sir. 30th parcel. This is coming something as 2.5 kgs as the mean weight. And if the answer lies between the range, the marking scheme tells us that the range is between 2.3 to 2.7. So my answer will be 100% correct. My answer is 2.5 kilograms and it is 100% correct. So I have got this as 2.5 kilograms. That is the answer that we have got. The answer is 100% between the range of the marking scheme. So we will get the complete 1 mark for getting it. 50 per the mean weight is 30th parcel. We have to go and I went there and it was 2.5 kg as the answer for that. And then use your graph to find an estimate for the number of these parcels that weight more than 3.7 kgs. So we have to find out how many parcels are weighting more than 3.7 kgs. I made a line at 3.7. Everyone can see that 3.7 is this line. This was 2.5. So 3.7 is this one, students, and then I go and check it out. What is the value going to be? The value at that stage is going to be 48. So whatever the parcels are will be above that. How many parcels have a weight of more than how many parcels have a weight of more than 3.7 kilograms? That is the above portion. The how many parcels have weight more than 3.7 kilograms? That is the above portion. So that is going to be, students, we have got it as it is going to be 60, total 60 parcels are there minus the 48 parcels. So I think 12 parcels will be the answer. There are 12 parcels who have a weight, which have a weight of 12 parcels have a weight of basically, that's the estimate. They have a weight of more than 3.7. So 12 parcels should be answered. The examiner is happy to accept. The examiner is happy to accept. The marking scheme says that if someone have given 12 parcels, 13 parcels, or even 14 parcels as the answer, or 15. So any value, any 12, 13, 14, or 15 parcels will get us the mark. Okay. So one thing is 1 mark is for getting 12 and the 1 mark is for working. How do you reach 12? That is 60 minus 48. You show correct working. Do all of this with pencil and you will go get the full-fledged 6 marks we have achieved. Further, students, for the statistics portion as well, we have achieved all 6 marks as well. Hope everyone got this and understood clear. We'll do more questions. Let's continue. After question number 13 of the Edexcel IGCS Maths, we have got question number 14, which is on the indices chapter, students. Question number 14 of this October-November 2024 for MA1 specification A. So we have got the Edexcel IGCSE. So this one is basically, we just have to get the value of n and then we have to show your working scale, show your working clearly. Okay. So when this is mentioned that we have to show our workings clearly, students, for finding out the value of n, it is basically worth 3 marks of this question as well. So 1 mark will be for the answer as we discussed, and the remaining 2 marks will be for the way we are solving the question. Okay, so it will be that we can clearly say that the bases are same, so powers are being divided, so we can subtract them. So it can be the first step will be that 3 power 2n plus 3 power of 2n divided by 4. So I can subtract it. And here also bases are same and it's multiplication happening. So powers can add up, sir. Okay, so we can just add the power, sir. It will be 3 plus 1 minus 2n. And here we go, sir. We have got it. 2n plus 3 minus 4 is -1. And this will be 3 plus 1 is 4 minus 2n. So we just have to get the value of n. So 1 mark for the correct application, that when you have the division, students, sir, when we have division, so it will be subtracted. So 2n plus 3 minus 4 is 3 minus 4 is -1. And when we have multiplication, powers will be added up. That will be 3 plus 1, 4 minus 2n. And that is how it will be the case here. Okay, so we have got 3 and 3 common. We can cancel that out. And that will be 2n minus 1 will be 2n minus 1 is equals to 4 minus 2n. It will be positive 4n, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So n value will be 5 divided by 4, which will be correct as well. Make sure to put it here. So 1 mark for the n value, 5 over 4, or you can also write in decimal, which is, I think, 1.5, because since calculator is allowed for the Edexcel, we can also write it down as 1.25 as well. Okay. So the n value is 5 over 4, or we can also tell the examiner that it would have been 1.25 as well, or 5 over 4. So we got 1 mark for the answer, and 1 mark for simplification, 1 mark for solving as well. Okay. So we basically have got the mark, students, which we can say that 1 mark is for the answer, 5 over 4. 1 mark is basically for the equating as well. That will be giving us the marks for question number 14. All 3 marks have been achieved with this one. This was on the chapter of the question number 14 was on the chapter of disease. Then we have got 15. So 15, at this is coming up. It's basically called the part of recurring decimal, students. Okay. This one is basically part of the recurring decimals. Question number 15 will be called from the chapter of recurring decimals. So how do we do it? It's basically we have to multiply the numbers. So we can tell the examiner that x will be equals to 0.763, where 6 and 3 will occur again and again. If I multiply with 10, I don't think 10 will help here. Let's multiply directly with 1000 of x. So if I multiply this thing with the 1000 of x, okay, so that is going to be coming, does it match? I know that if I do it with 100 of it, so then it will be, let's see if it matches, 76 point. So it should be not 100,000. We'll have to do it all of them. Okay, we have to apply all of them. Let's apply. If I have 10x, that will be 10 multiplied by x will be, we can say that it should be 7.6363. So we can say 7.6363 or 7.63 will be the case if I multiply 100 with the x. So 0.76376 multiplied by 100, that will be, sir, 76.363. So that will be this one. In this case, 76 point, this, it will be this thing, that 76.363, that approach. Then if you multiply with 1000, then it would have been 0.76363 multiplied by 1000, that should have been 763.63, as this one recurring, right? 1000 will be the case here. So I think we have got it. When we multiply with 1000, that's when we are getting it, that this will be correct, sir. Now that we have got, yeah, 763.63. So these are the two which are matching. 10x and 1000x are matching, so we'll have to use that. Okay, so we have got 10x and 1000x, which are matching, and this is what we have to use, that 1000x minus 10x will be 1000. With the help of calculator, 1000 minus 10x will be, sir, 990x. So 1000x minus 10x will be 990 of x, and we can say 763.63 recurring minus 7.63 recurring, that is going to be, we can call it, that will be, sir, 756. So we got 763 minus 7 is 756, students, 990 and 756, and that will be the answer. Please, any questions, just put it in the comment section. If you have any questions, any doubts, students, 756 divided by 990, I've got it, just simplified it, and that will be proved here, sir. 1 mark for the proving and 1 mark for all the working. that we have got 42 over 55 as the answer, and that is recurring decimals done, which is question number 15 of the exam paper. Out of the total 25 questions, question number 15 was on recurring decimals, which we have done, which is 42 over 55. The next one we have got is basically on the circle theorems. Question number 16 is from the geometry on the circle theorems. We have got, sir, A, B, C, and D are the points on a circle center O. This is basically, sir, circle theorems. And what we have got is simple, that we have to work out the size of the angle AOD. So we have to work out the size of the angle AOD, which is going to be basically this angle, sir, which is this one. So it's very simple that this angle will be angle at that center is twice of the angle at the circumference. So that will be double of 24. That will be the answer. 24 times, sorry, 54 times of 2, that will be the angle at the center, sir. That is going to be, according to the calculator, 54 times of 2 is 108 students. 108 degrees is the answer for that. And then this one, Edexcel IGCS Maths 4MA1 always talks about the giving the answer for the reason for part A. So that will be always, sir, the answer, that the reason, geometrical reason you have to give, that is basically, sir, angle at center. So angle at center is twice of the angle at the circumference. That is what we are going to tell the examiner. Angle at center is twice of the angle at circumference. Then we have something, we have to work out the size of angle CAO. So that is also simple. Just work out the angle of the size CAO. CAO means that this one the examiner wants. So how can we find this one CAO? That will be 20. This will be easily able to solve it. You can get this angle, sir, first, that both of them are radius. This angle and this angle will, both of them will be radius, and then make it a right angle, make it a triangle. Sum of the angles in a triangle is always 180. Here we go. Let's find this. So, so what we have is basically, sir, we have got the radius. The angle is coming as 36 degrees. Can I get response? I'm audible, right? Understanding? Got this right? Clear? So we
Yes, sir.
got angle CAO is going to be, the angle CAO will be 180 minus 54 minus 36 minus 36 and minus 28. That will be giving us the answer 180 minus 54 minus 36 minus 36 minus 28. I got that as 26 degrees. Okay, so that is coming as basically, students, 26 degrees. We just have to take the sum of the angles in a triangle, that will be added up to 180. So the sum of the angles in a triangle for this case was 54, 28, and 36, and 36, and whatever this one was, all of them will add up to 180 degrees. Okay, all of this will add up to 180 degrees, students. So that is what we have got, that angle CAO was 26 degrees, and then you have to get the angle ABC as well, sir. We just have to get the angle ABC. So ABC was this angle. We can easily get it from the cyclic quadrilateral, that it should have been opposite angles add up to 180. So 180 minus 36 and 28. That will be the sum of the cyclic quadrilateral answer. That is going to be 116 degrees. Okay, so this will be 116 degrees. That opposite angles will add up to 180 degrees when we have the cyclic quadrilateral. So opposite angles always adds up to 180. So this is how we have got question number 16 achieved as well. All 5 marks we have achieved, students. We have got 116 degrees as the answer for the cyclic quadrilateral. As we can see, question number 16 was on geometry. Angle CEO comes out as 28, and angle ABC comes out using cyclic quadrilateral, that opposite angles add up to 180. So that will be the cyclic quadrilateral 116 degrees. Question number 16 is done. Then we have got 17, another vectors question coming in. It came in paper 1H as well. We have got vectors. There are two vectors available. We just have to get the magnitude of the HF vector. The first thing will be, sir, that we have to find the HF vector first, okay? The first thing should be that, sir, we have to find the HF vector. So the HF vector will be starting from FHG plus the GF, okay? So starting with HG vector. So I need, sir, the HG vector. HG vector is 414. Hope everyone understands. HG vector is 414. And what is GF vector? We have, sir, FG vector available. So GF vector will be the opposite sign. Minus 5 will become positive 5. Ne Positive 2 will become negative 2. So that is basically, sir, the HF vector 9, 14 minus 2, 12. And then you try to get the magnitude of that. The HF magnitude is going to find out. The HF magnitude should be, sir, we have to put the symbol of that symbols of the vectors chapter. The HF magnitude or the vector will be that once we are finding that, it should be, sir, the modulus of square root of 9 square plus 12 square. And with the help of a calculator, we can get the answer 9 square plus 12 square. So that is going to be square root of 9 square plus 12 square. That is coming 15. So it's exactly coming exact answer. 15 units is the magnitude of the vector HF, and that is going to come correct. We have got all 3 marks for question number 17 as well. 15 units is the magnitude of the vector FH or HF. Okay, HF vector or the HF vector or the FH vector will give us the same answer. So a mark for the answer, 1 mark for knowing the distance formula, the modulitude formula, and 1 mark for getting the correct HF vector. Okay, students, we have to basically get the correct HF vector as well. That is very important. Okay, a lot of students will get the HF vector wrong. You have to understand that we have to use the method correct, the addition method correct. If I am using the addition method, students, I'm using method, it is important to use it correctly. That's when we are going to get the correct answer. That is basically we have got FG vector is basically minus 5 will become positive 5 and minus 2 will become positive 2 will become negative 2. That is the GF vector that will play a very important role. Hope everyone got this. Question number 17 is on vectors, and that is what we have achieved here. Question number 17 of the vectors is done and solved here. Okay. The next portion is question number 18, in which we have that the straight line L is perpendicular. Let's move on question 17, which is worth 4 marks as well. So question number 18 tells us that we have got the straight line L is perpendicular. So we have got, sir, the straight, it's from the coordinate geometry chapter, okay? So question number 18 is basically from the coordinate geometry chapter that we have to apply. That how do we get the value for 4 marks, okay? So that is going to be, that's where we have got the straight line L is perpendicular to the straight line with equation 2x plus y is equals to 9, and it passes through the point with coordinates 8 comma 11. So we got the coordinates 8 comma 11 equations. The straight line is perpendicular. We have to get the equation for line L. So perpendicular line, and we have to give the answer in the form y is equals to mx plus c. So we have to give the answer in the form y is equals to mx plus c. The straight line L is perpendicular to straight line with equation 2x plus y and passes through the point with coordinates 8 comma 11. So I need to get the gradient. It will be, sir, 2x plus y is equals to 9. So we can say y is equals to minus 2x plus 9. The gradient of the straight line is minus 2. The gradient of the perpendicular line will be opposite, half. The gradient of the perpendicular line will be half. That will be the case. Positive half will be the gradient of the perpendicular line. Hope everyone understood and got the students. The gradient of the that will be the gradient of the perpendicular line. And then we already have it that the coordinates that are passing through is basically 8 comma 11. So we can just apply that and get the value of c, sir. That it will be, sir, y is equals to mx plus c, where y value is 11, gradient value is half, x value is 8, I just have to get the C value, okay? I just have to get the C value. It will be 2 ones are, 2 fours are 8. 11 minus 4 will be 7, sir. 11 minus 4 will be 7 as the C value. C value comes as 7, and my equation is ready, students. The equation will be ready. Y is equals to mx plus c. The equation should be, sir, y is equals to half x plus 7. And I just have to write it down here as well, that y is equals to half x plus 7. 1 mark for the final equation in the form of y is equals to mx plus c, okay? 1 mark, students, is for the final equation. Y is equals to half x plus 7. Hope everyone understands this. We have got y is equals to half x plus 7 as 1 mark for that. 1 mark for the C value. 1 mark for the C value, students. 1 mark for the gradient value. And 1 mark for making the equation in the form y is equals to mx plus c, the working. That is how very simple, straightforward, easy level of difficulty, easy medium level of question number 18 is on the topic of coordinate geometry, students. Question number 18 was on the topic of coordinate geometry, and it was very simple to get 4 marks by the concept. You should know the concept and getting the y is equals to mx plus c equation. Up till now, the 16, just the circle theorem is a bit tricky. Otherwise, all of these questions that we have done, it's like this one is little bit the medium level of one. Then again, we have got the transformations, the graphical ones. We have recently the topical past papers of this. Question number 19 is on, sir, transformations, and we have to solve this, transformations. And it will be, sir, the transformations is going to be, there is only one minimum point on the curve, okay? So we have got this clear from the examiner. Only one minimum point is there on the curve. The coordinates of the minimum point are from our, and you have to get is basically the curve has equation. We have to write down the coordinates of the minimum point on the curve. So fx plus 5 means that the whole graph, because it's plus 5, the whole graph will have to go 5 units to the left. So 5 units, the graph will go to the left hand side, which means the graph will go 5 units to the left. It means that the y value will remain the same, students. The answer for the first one will be, sir, that the y values remains the same. It's just the x values. The x value is 5, and 5 minus 5 will become 0. So here we go. The coordinate will become 0, comma 4. This requires your own understanding and doing it according to your convenience, that you have to do the thinking and skills for it, that make sure that you understand why the answer is 0, comma 4 based on your own understanding. It's again the word of right. Whenever the Edexcel says the IGCS maths of the Edexcel write down means no working is needed, students. No working is needed. No working is needed. Just the coordinate answers. If you got it correct, then it's correct. If you got it wrong, that's wrong. Similarly, 3 times of fx, we have to do the next one is 3 times of fx. So everyone knows when we have, sir, 3 times of fx, x values remains the same. It's outside, it's a stretch, sir. This one is a stretch, sir. This one is a translation. Everyone knows that this one is a translation. This one is a stretch. The next one is also a translation. That is what we have got for question number 19, translation stretch. And we have got basically the x values. X values remains the same. So we can say that remains same. So 5 will remain the same in this one. It's just the y values will multiply with the scale factor. So y values multiply with the scale factor. That will be 5 comma 12 as the answer. X values remains the same. Y values will multiply with the a value. In this case, the A value for question number 19, October, November 24 of the Edexcel IGCSE, the A value is 3. A will multiply with 4 and it will become 3 will multiply with 4, it will become 12. And then y is equals to fx minus 7. It means that 7 units down we have to go. So x value will remain the same. The y value will change. X value will remain 5. The y value will change when you are going 7 down. So it will be 4 minus 7. That should be negative 3. So 5, 4 minus 7, that should be negative 3. You have to go 7 units down because it's outside the function, sir. The part A was inside the function, or part 1 was inside the function, but part 3 is outside the function. When anything is outside the function, it always on the y-axis. When anything is inside the function, addition, subtraction happening inside the function, addition, subtraction happening inside the function, the graph will go left or right. If the addition, subtraction happens outside the function, the graph will go up or down. That is basically on the y-axis. Then question number 20 is on the algebra, coming back to the algebra for the quadratic inequalities. So that's a quadratic inequality that we have to solve, very important. So quadratic inequality question it is, sir, that we have to solve for question number 20. So what happens in that one as well? Just have to make the factors 10x square plus 11x minus 21 is less than 0. So I can say 10 21s is 100, right? 10 21s is basically 210. And then we tried, I think these are the factors only, 10x square plus 21x minus the 10x, that will give me 11x, right? 21 minus 10, that will give me 11x, and minus 10x minus 21 is less than 0. So I can take x common from here. So 10x plus 21 inside, minus 1 common, and 10x plus 21 inside. I think it matches. We got x minus 1 and we got 10x plus 21 is less than 0, students. Here we go. It will be because it is less than 0. Less than 0 means that the answer comes in between. So the smaller value is minus 21 over 10 and the larger value is 1. It will be minus 21 over 10 is less than x. So I will write down in decimal better. Minus 2.1 is less than x is less than 1. That is the answer. For the when the quadratic inequalities are less than 0, the answer is always represented in the form of a is less than x is less than b, where a is smaller and b is greater value. A is less than b. That is what we have got. Pretty sure 1 mark is for the answer here, and the remaining 2 marks are for the working and solving and putting the answer in the correct shape. So that is question number 20 done as well, that the two values will be positive 1 and negative 2.1. We have got that, students, that the two values will be positive 1 and negative 2.1. And question number 19 was solving on transformations. We have got this. Question number 20 is done. The next is a very important question on sets and Venn diagram and looks a bit tricky as well. So let's have a look at that as well, students. Okay, so question number 21, we have completely on sets and Venn diagram of this exam paper. And we have to solve this, sir. Okay, sets and Venn diagram. So question number 21 we'll talk about after the quadratic inequality. Let me know if anyone have a doubt or any question in that. It's always about less than 0. The answer is given in that form. Just have to make the factors, middle term breaking, factorization to be done, and you get the answer. The Venn diagram shows information about the number of items A, B, C set have, and then the examiner tells you that the number of elements. See, it's basically n. So it basically means that the number of elements, given that the number of A union B complement is 26, the first thing will be, sir, we have to understand this. Forget what's the requirement. Okay, we can't solve it if we are not able to get the this understanding. N stands for number of elements. A union B, the whole complement is 26. So we have got N stands for number of elements, and it is basically A union B complement. So what it means is everything in the A union B, and it will not be taken. This is whole A, students, and this is B. A union B, I'm doing it. This is what A union B is. So if we have to take the outside of it, we need to understand this will be talking about this one, 5x and 3x plus 2. These are the number of elements to be added, and these are equals to 26. 1 minute break for the azan, 20 30 seconds, and then we continue. Please try to solve it until then. Okay, let's continue. So as I mentioned that we have got basically A union B, we have got this. So that is basically this whole thing, A union B, and complement will means that the only portion left is this one, sir, 5x and 3x plus 2. So here we go. Just have to solve this, sir, that it will be 5x plus 3x plus 2, which is equals to 26. It will be 8x. 26 minus 2 is 24. The value of x, as I said, the examiner just needs to ask us that it will be 8 threes are 24. We just need to get the value of x. 8 threes is 24. Once we got the x value, the whole question becomes easy to solve. So that is worth 2 marks, I'm pretty sure. This is worth 2 marks, students, 1 mark for the x value and 1 mark for putting the correct observation. Does the student know what is A union B complement and the number of elements in that? Okay. Does the student know what is A union B complement and what is basically the substitution of the values there? And then what they have asked is basically number of the elements of A complement intersection with C. So we have to do basically first thing is that we have to do this is A, so A complement is everything apart. So please understand A complement is 4x, A complement is 2x, A complement is 5x, and A complement is 3x plus 2. You have to do the intersection with C. What is C? C is basically 2x and 5x. So that is it. We have to tell the examiner number of elements of A complement intersection with C will be the common part between A complement and C is basically 5x plus 2x, 7x, and it will be 7 threes are, which will be 21. So that is the mark. That 21 will be the answer for question number 21 as well. Okay, so coincidence. Question number 21, the answer is also 21 for this one. So we have got number of elements of A. We just have to take A complement and do the intersection with the C bracket, C set, C, the set number C, we have to do it. And that will be 2 marks here as well. 1 mark for the answer of 21. That if you have got the, and 1 mark if you have got the elements correct of A intersection, A complement intersection with C. So if we have got the correct wording of that, that A complement intersection of C, we will get the marks as well. Okay. Question number 21 is done, and then we have the most important thing, 5 marks easily. Yes, 5 marks easily, free marks of this exam paper of the October November 24. The exam free marks is basically solving of these simultaneous equations that will come in the last as well. We already have the subject available, sir. X plus 2, no need to work on it. Make sure as much working as we can see. So x plus 2 is equals to y, the working is already available. I would recommend that we better get it in this form, x the subject, y because x is coming only one time. So be smart in the exam. So x is coming only one time, so I'll make it x as the subject, y minus 2, sir. That is 1 mark. And then I substitute and get the answers as well. This is going to be, sir, here substituted. X square plus y is equals to 3. This one is very simple, sir. That will be y. Wherever x is written, just substitute. Wherever x is written, I have to substitute y minus 2 there. That's only one time we have to do the substitution, and that is it. Just solve and get the answer, students. Y square minus 4y plus 4 plus y square plus y is equals to 3. And that will be 2y square minus 3y plus 4 minus 3 is equals to 0. And then we got 2y square minus 3y plus 4 minus 3 is 1. That is what we have got. We have to make the middle term breaking and quadratic formula to apply. Any one of them you can do it to get the 2y values, and there will be 2x values coming. If we haven't done a mistake, that should be coming correct as well. So 2 ones are 2, and I think that will help us. 2 ones are 2, and minus 2y minus y plus 1. And yeah, that makes sense. I think 2y common, y minus 1 common, y minus 1. Here we go. We got the value, students, 2y minus 1 and y minus 1. So the y values are basically coming, sir. The y values are 1, and the y value is basically half, also called 0.5. Okay. So these are the y values, 1 and half. And once we got the y value as 1 and the y value is half, it is going to be the x values that we have to get. So that is going to be, sir, the x values is basically y1 minus 2. That will give us negative 1. And x value will be 0.5 minus 2. That will be negative 1.5. So here we go. We got these solutions are there. Minus 1 and minus 1.5. These are the values, students. And we will get all 5 marks with proper working and proper solutions and answers. Just have to mention to the examiner below. So just make sure do it properly. You can mention to the examiner that when x is minus 1, y value is positive 1, and when x is negative 1.5, the y value is 0.5. Okay, negative 1.5, y value is positive 0.5, and these are the answers. So most probably in this question, 2 marks are basically for the answers. The out of 5 marks, 2 marks are for the correct answers. And then you can say that once you have got it, the one to couple of marks will be definitely 1 mark for the correct quadratic equation. And then we can say 2 marks are for the, let's do it. So 1 mark for the x value, 1 mark for the y values, 1 mark for solving it correctly, and most probably 3 marks can be for the answers as well or substituting correctly. So we can say that 1 mark for the final writing of the answers as well. That's how the 5 marks will be achieved. Question number 22 was on simultaneous equations. Since we are at the last stage of these questions, so these questions are very important to score easy. This one comes from the algebra chapter, section number 2. Question number 23 is also on the algebra. You have to get where n is an integer to be found. You have to get the value of n. It's basically from the topic of algebraic fraction. This one is worth also, oh, this one is worth only 4 marks here as well. So this one is a hard level of question as well, which is for if you make a simple mistake, you lose lot of marks. Okay. So let's talk about algebraic fractions as well that we have got, students. Let's start simplifying. We have got, sir, 16x square minus 36. Everyone knows that these are square numbers. 16 is also a square number. 36 is also a square number. It will be 4x plus 6. It will be multiplied with 4x minus 6. This will be the square numbers. 16x square minus 36. We have got the first one done. X minus 7, the denominator will remain as it is. Let's solve the further. Make sure you solve separate all of them. The next one is basically I'm doing it. You have to first simplify. Na? So 2x square plus 7x plus 6. That will be, sir, 2x square. 2 6 are 12, and 4, it will be 4 better to this one. 4x plus 3x plus 6. So here we go. 2x common x plus 2 and 3 common x plus 2. So this one becomes as, sir, the numerator becomes as 2x plus 3, and that is also solved, sir, 2x plus 3 and x plus 2. Make sure show maximum working possible. So this is also converted. Okay, students, remember you have to apply the Bodmas rule here as well, which is divide first, multiply, add, and subtract. Then, which means we have to solve the brackets first, and then we cancel things down that subtract from minus 7 plus 8. So here we go. The next one is the denominator, x square minus 5x minus 14. So here we go, x square, sir, minus 5x minus 14. 7 twos are 14, so minus 7x plus 2x minus 14. Another we have got, sir, x minus 7 plus 2 common x minus 7. More fractions coming in for making the things easy for us. X plus 2 and x minus 7 as well. Okay. Now I'll substitute. Follow carefully, students. I'm going to substitute, and then I'm trying to make it more easy. So I have got 16x square. Follow very carefully, students. This is very important. 16x square minus 36 will become 4x plus 6 and 4x minus 6. Okay, I'm writing it down. 4x plus 6 multiply by 4x minus 6. Okay, which will be divided by x minus 7. Nothing can be changed in the denominator. So x minus 7. And this division sign, I'm going to multiply it. Okay, the division sign will convert to multiplication, students. And the denominator, which is x square minus 5x plus minus 14, is become x plus 2. So that will become x plus 2 times of x minus 7. This will be divided by the numerator now, 2x square, which is basically, sir, 2 factors, 2x plus 3, and I got x plus 2 as well. People getting it, following, students? So that is what we have got for the multiplication. And now we can cancel things off. X minus 7 and x minus 7 will cancel off. Similarly, we can make more simplification for this one to cancel. I can take 2 common out as well. It will be 2x plus 3, and one of them will be 4x. Uh, 4x minus 6 will remain as it is, okay? Or we can also take 2 common out from here as well. It will be 2x minus 3 as well. So we can call it 4, okay? So we got the common from both of them, and we can call it 2 twos are 4 here. It's the same thing, okay? We can just simplify and get this. So x minus 7 doesn't exist now. The only thing that exists is x plus 2 on the other side. Multiply with, we have got the, oh, one more we can cancel out. Now we didn't cancel out. So we'll cancel out another one here. We got, sir, 2x plus 3 and x plus 2. So here we go, students. It is going to be this one, x plus 2, and x plus 2 will cancel out, students. And just have to cancel out 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3 will cancel out. What you are left with is basically very simple and easy to comprehend. We are left with, sir, 4 times of 2x minus 3. And on the other side, only one thing remains, which is minus bracket 7 plus 8x. Please remember, only this thing remains, minus 7 plus 8x, which will be equals to n. So as much working we have to show students for this algebraic question. You have to show as much working as possible. Here we go. 4 twos are 8x, 4 threes are 12. It will be, sir, 8x minus 12 minus 7 minus 8x. As you can see, students, minus 8x and minus 8x will cancel. Here we have got the number, students. N will be equals to minus 12 minus 7 is minus 19. And this is the correct answer as well. I always recover this should be worth for 5 to 6 marks, but I don't know. They are giving some less marks here. But it's that thing that this is how it goes on, that you have to find the n value. So this will be 1 mark for the n value. I'll give you the more remaining marks as well. So this will be n value as 19. Okay, 1 mark for that, and then most probably some marks are for these things. Okay, 1 mark for this thing, 1 mark for this thing, and 1 mark for this completion of 4 times of. So that is how, if you have done properly if you have done factorization properly, simplification properly, multiplication properly, there is no way that you can get the answer wrong. It's not possible to get it wrong. It's the working is complicated, or a lot of working is required. But if you do step by step, cancel out properly, multiply, divide correctly, you will get all 4 marks for this question. It's just a lengthy question, but it's not hard. Okay, it's just a lengthy question, but it's not hard, students. Then once we are done with 24, 25, 23, once we are done with question number 23, hope nobody have a doubt. Please revise it. The PDF will be available. Any questions, please put in the comment section. Hope everyone got this understood. Just have to simplify in the best way possible, take out common, and it will be good to go. So question number 24 and 25 is all about geometry and trigonometry. Let's start with question number 24 to understand things. This one is worth 6 marks, so it will be a huge question to be solved. Question number 24 is huge question, which is worth 6 marks. And this one also is worth 5 marks, question number 25. Let's do first question number 24. We have got A, B, C are the 3 points on horizontal ground. We have got A, B is this much meters, B, C is available, B is on a bearing of 67. So I think you have to make a rough diagram here. Then only you can solve, students. We have to make a rough diagram here. So let's get started, students. It's not difficult. It's just that the imagination is required here. So if you have to make the bearing, let's make it here. So no problem is there. So I have to make the bearing of B from A. So here we go. I started off like this one. So it will be, this is A, students. The north is here. I have made the north. The bearing of B will be going on 67 degrees only, which means less than 90 degrees. So here I have made the B, students, that the bearing of B from A is going to be like this much. That is the point B, students. Okay, this is basically, students, point B here, as everyone can see. And this watch is worth 67 degrees, students. This worth is worth 67 degrees. And everyone knows AB is basically 8.4 meters as well. Then the bearing of C from the B. So I have to make another north on the B, student. So I'm making a north on the B. And now I'm trying to get the angle for the C. So C is going to be, students, on a bearing of, the C is going to be 129 degrees, so less than 180 degrees. That is where the C is going to be, sir. A very perfect question to understand, students. We have to mark the angle. The angle for this one is 129 degrees. The bearing of, it's a bearing question disguised with geometry, and sorry, disguised with trigonometry. You have to apply sine rule, cosine rule, or something like that to get the angles here, students. This is 129, this is 67. And we already have BC measurement as well, which is, sir, 9.2 meters. Okay, have to be careful. That is the triangle being formed. And then you have to calculate the bearing of A from the C. So I have to make a north here, students. I have to make a north here. That is what the requirement of the examiner is. This one is a bit hard, that you have to get the bearing of basically C from a bearing of A from the C. So this is what we have to find, students. All of this angle, that is what we have to get. I hope everyone understood and got this right. Clear, people, understanding, getting it? So I have to get this angle bearing of A from the C. So that is what the whole angle that we need to get the answer. This is what the examiner is looking at, that how are we going to get that angle of the bearing of B, bearing of A from the C. Okay, so it will be a huge task to be done, this one. Let's try to get it and solve it and understand. Okay. So what is going to happen is basically, if we work on this one, no measurements are clear, 8.4 and this one. So what we can do is, first thing is basically we try to get as many angles as possible. Okay, so this will be, these are corresponding angles basically. So this angle I can easily get it. This angle will be, sir, let's start off the working nearest degree. So I got 180 minus 67. That is basically, students, we got that as 180 minus 67. And that is basically 113 degrees. So this one is 113 degrees. And if that one is 129, so we can easily get this angle, students, which is basically whatever angles are available, we should get that. Okay. So these all angles are possible, students, which is, this one will be, the orange angle will be, sir, 360 minus 113 and minus 129. So that is basically, we got it as 118 degrees as this angle as well. Okay, students, what we need to understand is basically, furthermore, we can make a north line further. This is the north line, so I can make it further below as well, down as well. I can take this north line down as well, students, and I can tell the examiner, this is just have to be made a better way, that we can easily get it in this form as well, which is basically, the north is going to be, this is, we can also get this angle as well, which is going to be 118 is this one. So yeah, we just have to get this angle, which will be 180 minus 29. And it will be another Z alternate angle being formed here. Okay. This will be another alternate angle being formed here. So we can get in this approach as well, 180 minus 129. And that will be another approach that we get in that approach as well, students. So this will be the 120. If this is how much we got this one, students, we have to be careful here. Hope everyone understands. C is on a bearing of B from 129 degrees, so less than 180 degrees. And this is 118. We got this angle as well. Calculate the bearing of A from the C. So C is here. C starts and the bearing, yes. So this angle, I've got it, students. Clearly follow carefully. This angle is easily available. As everyone can see, this is because of the straight line angle, because of the straight line, that will be 180. So 180, this one is a hard level question. 180 minus 129. This one, the black angle is, sir, 51 degrees. And this will be 51 degrees as well. Okay, because of the, it's all about angles finding. No measurement is needed, students. So all this one will be 51 degrees as well, students. Now the only thing that is needed is, I just need to get this angle, the inside triangle angle. I'll mark it, students, and I can subtract from 360 and get the bearing of. Remember, the requirement is important. The requirement is all about You start from C and you have to go till the line of the A. So this whole angle is very doable to find if only we can subtract these two angles. One is 51. So I can clearly write it down for the students here. I've got the answer that bearing of A from C is just simple one step away, that I have to subtract 360 from 51. I have to subtract 360 minus 51 and this angle. I'll mark it with the blue color, that I have to just get this angle of the inside angle C and I can easily work it out. So how do I do get this angle? I already have 118 degrees, and the way I can find this angle is basically we can't get this angle because it's not 90 degree, can't get it. Yeah. So it basically means I have to apply cosine rule first and get the last measurement and then get it the sine rule and get that angle. Okay. So it will be, follow carefully, cos 118 degrees is equals to 8.4. Do we have the measurement of AC? We don't have it, right? So that will be the case here, that 8.4 square plus 9. I have to apply cosine rule here, students. 9.2 square minus the AC square, and then it will be divided by, sir, 2 times of 8.4 times of 9.2. So we got, students, basically that AC square is going to be whatever 2 multiplied by 8.4 times of 9.2 is 154.56 cos 118 degrees, have to be done in degrees this one. And you got basically, sorry, first you do 8.4 square plus the 8.4 square plus the 9.2 square, that is basically 155 155.2. The application of the cosine rule, that is what we are applying, and this will be 154.56 times of cos 118 degrees, and then you have to put the square root of it on as well, the square root of AC. The AC value will come, students. The AC measurement will come. I think we need to do it now to get this as one decimal place or something like three significant figures. Make sure the calculator is in degrees mode. Yes, I got 15 point something 09 meter. Okay, 15.0917 meter. Once I got AC, I have to get the angle. So I can easily apply sine rule, opposite angle, side with the opposite angle, side with the opposite angle. So that will be, sir, if I have to apply sine rule here, let's do it in the next page. We have got AC measurement first, and then the last one will be, that's why it's worth sine into the angle C I need, which will be divided by the measurement of 8.4 meters, sir. And we have got sine 118 degrees divided by this one, 15.09177. So we got 15.09177 meters. You got the angle C from here, sir. C is going to sine inverse of the whole answer, whatever we got when we multiply. So C is going to be 8.4 times of, or sine inverse of 8.4 times of sine 118, and bracket close divided by 15.09177, and that will be the case here. I got the angle as 29.4355 degrees. You subtract 29.4355 degrees, and that will be the bearing of A from C. 3 minus 51 minus 29.4355. 279 point something is coming, students. 5645. You have to round it off to the examiner mentions. Give your answer correct to the nearest degree. So here we go. The nearest degree is coming. Alhamdulillah, it's a correct answer, exactly matching. The nearest one, just convert it to the nearest degree. So 280 degrees is the bearing of A from C. It's a huge, excellent question, the most hard level question, and the highest number of question of the exam paper. This one is the most important, a 6 marks question on bearings with the application of trigonometry of cosine rule and sine rule. So definitely 1 mark for the final value, 280 degrees, who got it correct. 2 marks, 1 mark for the angle of C, 1 mark for the application of sine rule. 1 mark for the application of cosine rule, 1 mark for the answer of the cosine rule. 4, 5, this will be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 mark is basically, or this will be, according to me, 1 mark for the application of sine rule, 1 mark for the application of cosine rule, 1 mark for subtracting 51 and 29.4, that is worth 4 marks. And then you can see finding out these angles as well, that will be worth couple of marks as well. So that is how 6 marks will be achieved, students, to get the answer of second last question in this October November 2024 paper. Seems confusing at the start, just have to go with flow, how to find the values. As much working as possible will give you maximum marks. Okay, so we have to apply a sign rule. The examiner wanted to test everything in this. The examiner wanted to test everything in this cosine rule, sine rule, and everything, and he have tested it. We have got question number 24, all 6 marks, which is worth 280 marks that we have got. With which we reach the last question, which is question number 25 of the October-November paper of 2024 IGCSE Edexcel 4MA1. We have got an equilateral triangle with a circle center, again mensuration. Equilateral triangle is available, ABC, all sides are same, all angles are same. Okay, in an equilateral triangle, all measurements are same, all of them are 60 degrees, all of them are 60 degrees, and all of them is each and every angle is 60 degrees. We have got a radius center, all of them are tangent lines. The radius of the circle is x centimeter. The total area of the regions shown shaded is this one. We have to find the value of the n. So how do we do it? It's basically we have to make the diagram cut. We can tell the examiner that measurements are same. This will, we have to make the tangent sizing. These are the triangles that I will have to make. I will have to get the area of the triangle and subtract area of the triangles in this way, and then I can get subtracting. This is a very confusing question. We have done it in the test as well. So we are doing it again, that it's a confusing one. Just have to get the area of the triangle minus the area of circle to get the shaded region. Okay. That's 100% clear. Okay. In order to get this, it is always going to be nx square. So I'll just write it down. Area of the shaded region will be, sir, the area of the shaded region is basically area of the triangle minus the area of the circle. So how do you get it? Area of the circle, as everyone knows, will be simple pi r square, which will be, sir, pi with the radius as x square. So we have got pi x square already available, that the area shown shaded, area of the circle is basically pi r square. So pi x square, because radius is equals to x. How do you get the, since it's the tangent, all of these measurements are same. We need to understand this whole, all the blue lines are same. So you can say the red color is the x measurement. I just have to get this one triangle, all of them will be same. So I just have to pick one triangle. I'll pick this triangle, students, for convenience. Let's do it here. So I just pick one triangle. All of them are tangents, so we'll make 90 degrees. Okay. So this is 90 degree here. And as everyone understands, this is what, 30 degrees now, because of the fact that this is 30 degrees, because of the fact that this hole was 60 cutting in half. All of them are cut in half, and this is also cut in half. So 60, 120, 180, 240, 300, and 360. The sum of, at sum of the angles at a point is 360 degrees. Understand, sum of the angle at a point is 360 degrees. The whole thing will add up to 360. These are all 30, 30. So all the angles are available, students. This is, sir, 60 degrees. Okay. And this one is x centimeter. So one angle is available, one measurement. We just need to find out one measurement further, and we can easily get it. So I'll directly get this one. I'll directly get this measurement, students, this highlighted. So we can say that opposite angle is 60 degrees, and we have got the adjacent as x. So opposite adjacent is basically tan thing. So it will be tan 60 degrees is equals to, tan 60 degrees is equals to the opposite. Let's call this y. So y is divided by opposite over the adjacent. So we just need to get the y value. That will be tan 60 is how much, sir? That is basically square root 3. So it will be x square root 3 as the answer, or that's the same thing. So y is equals to x square root 3. If I have to work out, students, the area of one triangle will be, area of a single triangle will be half into base. Base is x square root 3 into height, which is x. Height is x. So this is what I am going to get, students. Height is going to be, so this will be one triangle area, multiply with six of these triangle. I am going to get, sir, two ones are, two threes are. Hope everyone understand. It's not difficult. Two ones are, two threes are six. So three square root three x square is the area of all the triangles. That is what we have got, students. Area of the triangle is area of all the six triangles will be 3 square root 3 x square, and we have got this one, so it is going to be 3 square root 3 x square minus the pi x square. We can take x square common, so it will be 3 square root 3 minus pi, and we have to find the value of n, which is the value of n as well. So this is the value of n, and it is going to be the three significant figures that we have to give the answer. The examiner already mentioned it is going to be nx square. This is going to be, sir, nx square. So x square and x square cancel out, and we have 3 square root 3 minus pi. That is going to be correct value, students. The value of n is going to come as 2.05 something. Huge number is coming, and we can just round it off to three significant figures. 2.06, or three significant figures, first three numbers, so 2.05. Write it down here and you get all 5 marks. Okay. That is the whole October November 24 paper done. Make sure to revise this. The PDF will be available. Ask any questions on the comment section. The marking scheme works for this one is 1 mark for the final answer, definitely 2.05. 1 mark for the area of the circle, pi r square, 1 mark for that. And then you can say 1 mark for the area, 1 mark, 2 marks, 2 marks for the application of 2 marks for the application of tan theta and getting the y value. 2 marks are for basically applying the area of the triangle, getting multiplied by 6, whatever the answer. And 1 mark is for subtracting and getting the final answer. That should be the application. Everyone knows area of circle, so I don't think area of circle would be given a mark here. It's just that 1 or 2 marks for the tan theta application to get one more measurement, then get the area of triangle, 6 couple of marks for that, and 1 mark for subtracting and getting the answer. That is how we will get all of the questions done for this one, October, November 24. Make sure to revise, practice. Have a great day. Thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Bye, students.